How much money did you prepare in order to travel across Latin America for a year? A full year? Is it expensive? Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm Sofia from China, who just quit her job to realize her dream to travel across Latin America. From last video, I've shared how to prepare for my visa, and also I've shared my itinerary, which is from Mexico and then going down to Argentina and then going back to Brazil. From this video, I'm going to share, I think you'll like it, I'm going to share about money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, 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 dollar.
Is it expensive? It really depends. If you are going on a holiday style, it's going to be very expensive because you are going to stay at 4-star, 5-star hotel or what. But if you are going on a shoestring backpacking, you're going to spend like least money you want. So for me, I'm going to take a budget backpacking, which I think is going to be a good way to keep my budget under control, and at the same time I can stay at a clean and warm bed. I don't need to get too pressure about, living in a tent or something. So the first thing that you want to do is to decide what's your style going to be. In terms of countries, we cannot overall say that it's very cheap because from country to country it differs a lot. Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador is traditionally seen as a cheaper place to visit, and Chile, Brazil, and Argentina is relatively more expensive. Colombia is sort of in the middle. I heard that in Venezuela the cost is so low, it's like one of the lowest. So you see, from country to country they are all different. That's why we need to plan ahead and see the range so that we can plan it well ahead of time. For next, let's see how much money did I prepare for my Latin America trip for 1 full year. Currently, I'm not yet decided how many days am I going to stay in each country, so I'm just going to do some rough calculation. I've mentioned that from cheaper countries to more expensive countries, the daily budget is going to be different. But for me, I'm going to use the upper range of the more expensive country to calculate my budgets to be more conservative, because I don't want to get my gap year to be exhausted because of the money. That's why I'm going to use $40 a day to calculate my whole trip. So the total budget will be 15K US dollar, and in Chinese yuan it's going to be 10万块. And this does not include any gears that I bought pre-travel because that's not mandatory for you. I put that into separate column in my planning sheet. Now that you know what the budget looks like, so it's just a starting point. The next thing that you should consider is your financial status. Taking a year off should be an enjoyable journey without worrying about money. You don't want to constantly be anxious or get lost because of your financial situation. Trust me, you don't want to do that. If you have a lot of debt, you should minimize it before taking a year off. You can ask yourself, can I take a year off without being anxious about it? If the answer is no, then take steps to minimize your debt and get comfortable with not thinking about money for that year, aside from your travel budget. For me, I have started to clear my loans by selling off my properties, so now I am in the status of coast buyer, and I am very comfortable with it. So now I have freedom to work when I feel like to, and I can choose a job that is going to bring me joy and meanings, and that is going to fit into my life values, not because of money. Clearing my loan is the best thing that I did last year. The feeling of not trapped by debt or being controlled by it, it feels so good, and it decreases my anxiety dramatically. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this video brought you some inspiration if you are also planning to travel across Latin America. If you like it, don't forget to click that button to like my video, and you can also subscribe me if you're looking forward to see my next video. And this is it, and I hope to see you in next video. Ciao ciao!